everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this month's Shop My Stash Project Pan update video. Before we jump into all of that though, I did want to call out the fact that my background looks different than it has for a long time, and that is because we bought a new house. Sorry, my puppy's right here. We bought a new house and moved. So we actually moved Thanksgiving week, so it was a little crazy, but it all worked out. Everything went surprisingly well. And I am, and my husband is too, obsessed with our new home. And we have a cat, a dog, and our son, and they're all adjusting so well to the new home. So it's really quite a relief there, and it's just beautiful. We only moved like 1.5 miles away from where we used to live, but as you may have known, my house, or my previous home, was over 100 years old, and it just wasn't probably well suited for us if we were looking to continue to grow a family, which we are. And so we decided to, you know, casually look here and there, and a home came on the market that was a new build, but still very close to where we wanted to be. We're still very walkable, which is awesome, and it was just kind of like the perfect scenario. So we are so happy to be here, and it's really exciting. I am in my office, so I work from home a few days a week, so I work from home in this room, and then this is also where I'll be doing all my YouTube, and my makeup's all set up in here. And so it's a really nice space, but I obviously have not decorated it yet, as you can probably tell from, you know, the pictures behind me. And I have my big full-length mirror here, and we have the couch that used to be like in our bar cart room over here. And so I really love this space. I actually would love to share it with all of you, which hopefully I will do soon. It looks really nice, like if you come in through the door, but I feel like from this angle it's not portraying itself as it should be, or as it could be. But yeah, I just wanted to fill you all in. We are feeling so blessed and so thankful, and it's really like a dream come true to be in this home. I think this could be absolutely our forever home, so it's amazing. With all of that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. So these videos are my Shop My Stash, or like what's in my regular makeup drawer or basket, where basically instead of always working from your full collection, you pull in a few curated products to work on for a month or so and just spend some time focusing on those and wearing them across the month. I think it helps make larger collections feel a little bit smaller, and you get to kind of work through different things in your collection. I really like doing this because I set this up in a project pan style, a usage project pan style. And what I mean by that is I keep track of how much I use the products in my Shop My Stash, and I have to use them at least 5 times to be able to roll them out. So there are a few products this month that I didn't hit my 5 times usage goal on, and so they'll roll into December's Shop My Stash, which I think is totally fine. And yeah, I think that's about it on how this project works. What I will go ahead and do is talk through this past month's products, then we will put them all back, pick out new products, and then we'll quickly talk through those. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get into it. So like I mentioned, I have a couple products that are sticking around. The first is this Glossier Future Dew Serum Hybrid. I used this 3 times, and I actually liked how it looked. I had no complaints about it. I just honestly don't pull for like primers that often, and I kept forgetting to use it. So I used it 3 times. I'll roll it into December. I think I'll easily be able to hit 2 more additional uses on this, and happy to have this in my collection and use it a couple times. I know it's different than like probably your regular primer, because I think it's more of like a skincare element, and so that part I really like, and it gives your skin like a really nice glow, and I like how my makeup sits on top of it. So all in all, good stuff. I just really forgot about it, and maybe that's a sign of something else. I really just think like at this point in my makeup career or life or whatever, I'm just not really that into primers. Another product that is sticking out is my L'Oreal Paris Lumi Shake and Glow Dew Mist. I absolutely love this setting spray. It's one of my top favorites. I only used it 4 times this month though, so it has to stick around until December. And really the only reasons that I didn't hit my 5 usage goal on that is because I have a setting spray in my project pan, so I was just pulling for that more often, and I lost track of how many times I should be using this, and so I missed it by 1, which is totally fine. Like I said, I love that, so I don't mind keeping it in. And if you hear any weird noises, we are getting a fence put in here, and so we have a bunch of people working on that outside right now. So I'm sure they think I'm a weirdo talking to myself in this room, because they are literally directly outside, but gotta do what you gotta do. So if you hear anything, that's what it is. And then the last thing that's sticking around till next month is this lipstick by NARS in the shade Stefina. I used this 3 times. So again, got what I'd say pretty good usage out of it, considering I don't know how much I've used it in the past. It's a beautiful shade. I love it. It's harder to wear because it is so bold. And so I am excited to be able to roll that into December. I'm also excited to be able to pick out maybe a couple more bold shades because I feel like you can really get away with those in December. So we will see. But these 3 products are gonna stick around until my next rotation. And then for everything else, I hit my usage goal on, so we can go ahead and roll through those pretty quickly. First being my NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. I mix this in a lot with the foundation that I have in my project pan from Uma Beauty, and I really like this foundation. I'm a big fan of it. The only thing that I have a complaint about is the packaging. While I love the squeeze tube, I feel like it leaks a lot in there, and that sometimes even when I'm holding it like this and I take it up, I feel like it's like pouring out the top. So that is my one complaint with this product. But it's really, you know, it's not that big of a deal at the end of the day. And overall, I really like that. And I use that foundation 15 times this month. So obviously enjoyed using that and pairing it with the foundation that I have in my project pan. Next is my Ciate powder. This is the Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. So it's just a loose powder. It smells really good. It smells like coconuts. I used this 5 times this month to hit the goal. I also rolled in an Hourglass powder into my project pan. So then I kind of, as soon as that happened, hit my 5 uses on that, and then I've been devoting my time to using that powder. So I do really enjoy this one. Sometimes I feel like you have to be careful about how you put it on, because if you do a bunch in one spot, it gives you a little bit of a white cast, and you gotta blend and swirl that in. But that's obviously very doable, and I love the scent of this. I feel like it sets my face really well, so I like it. I go back and forth on, do I like a pressed powder or a loose powder more? So I have both in my collection, but when using this, I do really enjoy it. I also had my Marc Jacobs bronzer in this rotation. This was actually super fun to use. I used this 11 times this month. This is a huge pan of bronzer, and so it was fun to get some good usage on it. I haven't used it a ton before this because I've been focusing on other bronzers, and if you watch my Project Pan series, you know that Fenty Beauty bronzer has been in my Project Pan all year long, so that's been my priority. But this was fun to use and actually get to see some progress on, because I really hadn't before then, and I think it's a beautiful shade. I think it works really well with the foundation shade that I've been wearing. So all in all, I've been really enjoying this, and I love like the big pan of bronzer to put your brush into. Next is my Makeup Geek blush. I wore this 15 times this month. This is in the shade Romance. I have a pretty good size pan in this, and so I was hoping to make that pan size grow, which I think I did. I realized though when using this, like I just don't love it as much as I thought I did. I ended up pulling for other blushes a lot to wear with that blush or to wear besides that blush when I chose not to wear it. I feel like it pulls, glittery's not the right word, but more of like that highlight-esque glow versus like some of my other more matte blushes. And I've realized that I am definitely preferencing the matte blushes over this one. So I don't know, we'll see. I'd like to finish it up. I have a big size pan on it, so like I'd like to just like finish it up and move it out of my collection, but it might be one of those blushes that I just need to like pair with another blush to really enjoy using it and the effect that it's giving. I was also working on my matte highlight in Soft and Gentle. I love this highlight. I have a pan in it, as you can see, which I'm really proud of because this is a baked product, and usually they have a big mound that you had to work through, and I was able to go down through the center of it and put a pan in a highlight. So super proud of this one just in general, and I think that gives you a sense of how much I love using this product. I'm a big fan of it. I know it's like a classic product, but I think it's a beautiful highlight and it's one of my favorites. So super excited to have used that, and I used that one 16 times this month. I also used my Avon eyeliner 5 times this month. This is a permanent in my Shop My Stash rotation. I'm basically just panning it within this project. I did not use it a ton. I was kind of just like not putting anything in my waterline this past month, but I did want to hit my 5 uses on it, which I was able to do so. I also rolled in this ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Frog because I had rolled in a month or two back, it could have been longer than that. It feels like a month or two ago. Another one of these Super Shock shadows that I bought at the same time as this one, and it was super dried out and I had to declutter it. And so I was like, ooh, I should probably test out if Frog needs to be decluttered as well, which was a bummer because I didn't really use the other one very much, and I haven't, I feel like, used Frog as much as I would like to. But it turns out that I don't need to declutter it. It's still working great. So I'm super excited about that because I do like using this as a topper for a lot of eyeshadows looks. And I used it 5 times this month as exactly that. I also rolled in this Trustique highlighter. I use this just like in my inner corners. I really enjoy using it for that. It's been fun. And that's kind of the best way that I've found that I like using this. And I used it 8 times as my inner corner highlight. I also rolled in my Stila liquid lipstick in the shade Patina. I used this 5 times. This product is one that I can say I loved for a really long time. Like, this would probably be one of my like holy grail lip shades for a time in my life. And then I feel like I kind of stopped using it altogether. And so I still think it's working great. I feel like the formula hasn't changed, the smell hasn't changed, so I don't mind continuing to use it. And I was happy to be able to use it 5 more times this month and get some usage on it because, like I said, I used to really love it and then I kind of like forgot about it almost, and so it's been nice to have it back in the rotation. I also rolled in a nude lipstick. This is the Soap and Glory lipstick in Super Nude, and I used this one 7 times this month. So this was also fun to use because it was just super nude as the name states. And so I was able to wear this on its own a lot. I was able to wear it on top of my lip liner that I'm working on in my project pan. I was able to wear it under the lip gloss that I'm working on in this project pan. So in general, I just think this one worked out really well and I was happy to have it in this rotation. And then the last product to talk about is my Fenty Beauty lip gloss. I used this 5 times, and like I said, I feel like I mostly just used it paired on top of this lipstick, and then I think I wore it a couple times on its own. I love this lip gloss. This is in the shade Fussy, and it's by far one of my favorite lip glosses. I don't wear lip gloss like too much, and I feel like I'd like to get into it a little bit more, but when I do, I absolutely love this one. So yeah, I'd say all in all, pretty good Shop My Stash rotation. I was super happy with everything, and what I'm gonna go ahead and do is put everything back, and then we can pick out some new products to work on in December. Okay, let's go ahead and pick out some products. If you can see the people in the background, they are the ones working on our fence, so apologies if that is distracting. But I'm gonna go ahead and start with foundation. I would like to pull in a foundation to, again, pair with the foundation that's in my project pan. And I think I'm gonna pull in this Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. I think that will work well. And then in terms of powder, I have this new LYS powder that I do really wanna use, but I do have that Hourglass powder in my project pan, so I think I might skip it. But speaking of new things, and I did not put that back in there the way it should be, but oh well. I definitely want to pull in my Guerlain bronzer that I picked up on the Sephora sale or during the Sephora sale. So super excited to pull this in and try it out. I'm obsessed with the packaging. I think it's so beautiful. For blush, what am I in the mood for blush? I do love this Buxom blush. I think I'll pull this one in. I think this could be a good shade to work on in December. So we will do that. And then we need a highlight. I was debating between the Urban Decay or the Jaclyn Hill palette. But I feel like the Urban Decay one might be a good one to work on because 1, I'm close to hitting pan, and 2, I feel like this would be a good shade for this time of the year. So we'll pull that one in. Maybe we'll hit pan on it. That would be really cool. Let's pick out our single. So love to work on a single shadow in this project just to make sure that these are getting some love and attention because they don't always get love and attention otherwise. Ooh, let's work on my Urban Decay Lithium shade. The super sparkly could be really fun for the holidays. Here it is, opened up. So that I think would be a good one to work on. Now moving into some lip and liner. I do think I'm gonna pull in a liner. And I was actually gonna pull in this one from ColourPop, but I had kind of used it a couple times this past month and I felt like there was no pigmentation whatsoever. So I'm probably gonna end up decluttering that sooner rather than later. So the other one that I have in my collection that I feel like looks similar is this bronze one from NYX. So I think this is the one that's gonna get selected. And then, oh, I guess I shouldn't put that away yet because I do want to pull in a red lip. I think I might try my Kylie red lip because that's a good one. And then I need a lip liner. One of these. Oh, this one is red. I think I have another red one. Oh, I guess I have the Kylie lip liner. Okay, oh, no, that's a different one too. Hang on. I have a Kylie lip liner, which the camera is not focusing right now. That came with that liquid lip. So I think I'm gonna actually roll that one in because they go together versus maybe one of my other red liners. I do think I'm also gonna bring in my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. And what else? Oh, I guess I can pick another shade of lipstick from this collection. I think I kind of want to bring in my MAC, one of my MAC ones. Probably not Candy Yum Yum for this time of year, but maybe Ruby Woo. I used to be obsessed with this lipstick and I think this could be fun. So that's 2 reds, which might be totally overkill, and I guess we will find out at the end of this month, and they might both be getting rolled into January, but I think that's okay. I'm also gonna pick out a nude just to be safe. So I have, this is a good option. This is The Truth from Lipstick Queen. What else do we have? Oh, I know there's some nudes in this. Yeah, here's Daringly Nude from Maybelline. That might be a good option. We'll do a Maybelline as well. I think I have enough now. I have a lot of lip colors in this rotation, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump back on camera and we can talk through all of this. This might be the month of bold lip colors and I might be setting myself up for failure, but who cares? What can you do? So as you saw earlier in the video, the Glossier Future Dew sticking around, my NARS Safina lipstick is sticking around, and then I always keep my Avon liner. Oh, and I totally forgot I put this away, but my Lumi spray is also sticking around. And then for what I have picked out to work on this month, for foundation, I'm gonna be working on my Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. I love this one, so I'm super excited to have it back in the rotation. I skipped powder, but for blush, highlight, and bronzer, I picked out a few products. So for bronzer, I'm using my new Guerlain bronzer. I have not used this yet, so I am super excited to be rolling it in. I also picked out my Buxom blush. I love this blush. I think this is an absolutely beautiful shade, and it's definitely like more the vibe that I'm going for versus like what I was talking to you about with my Makeup Geek blush. And then I'm also rolling in my Urban Decay Afterglow highlighter. I have a pretty good size dip going in here, so it could be cool to potentially hit pan if I can keep working on that one pretty regularly. So excited about that. And then I also pulled in my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray because I think I only have to use this one more time, and I am getting close to finishing the setting spray that I have in my project pan, so I can probably stand to, you know, work on a few other things. And then for my single shadow, I am rolling in my Urban Decay Lithium shadow. These shadows are like super, super sparkly. These are their Moon Dust shadows. And I think this one could be really fun to work on during like the holiday time to add a little glitter to my look. And then I'm also pulled in this NYX liner. This is in the shade Golden Bronze, as something a little bit more brown versus black liner to work on. And then the rest is lip colors. So I have a red lip liner from Kylie Cosmetics, and then the corresponding lip or liquid lip in the shade Mary Jo. And then I also picked out another red lipstick. This is from MAC. This is the shade Ruby Woo. I love using this around the holidays. Actually, I love using both of these around the holidays. So it's gonna be a lot of red lips this month. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna be hitting my goal on both of those, but we'll try our best. And then I also am pulling in Daringly Nude, and this is just a Maybelline nude shade, so this will be perfect for the days where I don't feel like going bold with my lip colors. And I think that is about it. So I hope all of you enjoyed this video, just getting to see what is gonna be rolling into my makeup bag for the next month or so. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm so excited that you all are here watching this video. So just know that I really, really appreciate it, and I hope all of you are doing well and staying safe, and I will see you in my next video.